We've arrived at the observatory and we are going to look at heavenly bodies in the daytime, which the only one I can think of that we can see is the moon, but it's not today, and the sun. They're getting their Glenn here, my son, getting all this help from his children. There's a strange looking one way down there. We'll get closer for that. We got a nice looking outfit there. Observatory. Now there's a big telescope. Hi. I never looked through that one. This is a, I'm not sure what size. Anyway, I don't suppose they've got attachments to look through at the sun today with these. It takes a special attachment to get through that. Well, pretty fancy looking apparatus. Last attachment here.
Hi. Nope. This is a solar program. We're going to be looking at the sun.
Not too long.
Okay.
We're going to use our sunglasses.
Here's the high-tech solar finder here.
Hot dog, looks like a pillbox to me.
In an earlier life it was.
He uses that for a spotting scope. To get it, it's got a little hole in the top, and the sun comes down through there, and there's a crosshair on the bottom of that cup. And it is centered there, while the big scope is right on. We're pretty close. Close enough. And then he's bringing up, you can explain that piece there, Glenn? That's the one you're talking about that gets hot?
Yeah. Well, right. So this is a specially made diagonal, and here is a very precisely machined prism, and it sends 99.999% of the sun's energy out this way on this disk, which will get hot, and only 1,000th of 1% comes up this way to your eyepiece.
Goody. But we could probably cook our hot dogs on that.
Also built in, inside of here is a neutral density 2 or 3, I forget, a polarizing filter. And then I have another polarizing filter you put on the eyepiece. That way you can turn the eyepiece and adjust the brightness of the image.
Okay, cut. This is probably in the vicinity of just under $1,000 for this setup here. Scope is 500, the mount is 200, and the eyepieces would probably make up for the rest of that. People are all saying they see a lot of detail in this film.
Yeah. Well, I looked, oh, his telescope, you say?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dave's.
Well, come on over if you...
That one group is massive.
Yeah. I was trying to...
Areas around the limb, they're not perfectly smooth. They're a little jagged too, just like a noisy lie detector trace would be.
So
Move this
anyhow,
up and
getting
down
back,
to suit
if
you,
you don't
okay?
mind.
Yeah.
Anywhere you want.
So what, I looked at the website that Celestron recommends, to buy your filters from, solar filter.
Is it like a Mylar filter,
Well, they
like
have
an aluminum balloon, or
They
was
have
it,
different
or
options.
was it glass?
They have both options. They have
Okay.
the film and the
You
glass,
need
and they
focusing?
also actually have the, I don't know if I'm getting it right. Is it called a hydrogen alpha filter?
This ring here. Turn this ring here.
They have one that's like, it's $1,000 for just for the filter.
Yeah.
When you change whatever
says
you did,
he's
the
seeing
contrast
prominence
goes
of-
away.
which is
If we
like
just get the film,
mini
that's
flares.
what we're going to see. And in order to see the flares, it's going to take
At the same time. That to me is what would make sense. The problem is you've got to be really careful if you've got an expensive
I see a
nighttime
white spot there.
telescope of aiming it at the sun. What if you
Our scope's on a pier right now.
Yeah, our scope's not even on the
using
tripod. We've
Oh,
got
okay.
we've got a
so
dedicated
you've
pier.
got a
So we have the tripod sitting in.
pictures, or he's got links to different websites that show the sun in movies of the sun over
Really?
a period of like
Yeah.
4 hours. So you get to see
Oh,
that,
that
in,
would be neat.
see that
yeah.
in motion.
It seems like
At different
like if
wavelengths.
you jump from, say, a 10-inch to the 14, quite a big difference. But a 14, 22, not that much. Not that much. You're not Rick or Rich, is it?
Rick.
You are. I thought you were.
That's it too. From we
Well, hello. We.
Now you guys can take a look here.
We've loaded all the stuff up and we're going to go home and get out of the sun.